Alright guys, this next video is probably going to be by far the longest video and probably the sloppiest, because right now I have no pen to write down, look up names and stuff, and I'll forget what I was going to say, or I'll say things probably I've already said. But this is about all of the jobs that was interfered with, that I was set up on, led to, and it's really true. Now, I've been put in danger more than once, and I'm going to piece this together. So right now, I'm going to the bathroom, and I'll come back, and we'll continue. Alright guys, I'm back. Before I forget, I want to make a announcement that while these things were going on, I had no idea of the connection between anything. I didn't know any of these people, or if they had friends or connections with anyone else. So I just wanted to say that much. Now also, before any of this started taking place, I had two dreams. Both of them a warning. One of them, which I'm not going to get into specifics, because every time I mention it, it's used against me and mocked towards me and laughed at and played out in another way by whoever is monitoring or listening to me. So, okay, that undercover dude with a chainsaw and glasses and beard is walking this way, so I'm gonna cut this off. Alright, he's gone. So anyway, the dreams. One let me know it happened in Walmart's parking lot, where it showed me there were 3 people involved: a black guy who had a white girlfriend and another black guy. And what it showed me was I was to be set up or harmed in some way by people in the system somehow, work release or so forth. And it did that in a tailor-made and specific way only I would understand. And of course the other dream was the saw, and that happened before it happened. Anyway, so the first job, I was called in and asked to resign over something I was told by 2 people I could do. And because I looked up at the camera and then stopped what I was doing, it looked suspicious. And I was told they had problems with other people, so that's why I was asked to resign. Bullshit. I was asked to resign because someone had pre-contacted them or post-contacted them or whatever, and it was all influenced. So when I went in to sign the paperwork, first of all, I was numb and in shock, because this is a very nice place, very well known, respectable place anyone would be proud to work at. And it just threw me for a loop. It put me in shock, and I was like numb. So I walk in, I asked to see the guy, which was upstairs, and the secretary lady behind the desk was like, okay, hang on, I'll let him know you're here. But then there were 2 police officers there, one standing talking to her, and one guy just a few feet away, a younger guy, like he was angry, pissed off at something, pacing the floors. The other cop was looking at him smirking. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Are they here to arrest me for what I was doing? Or what they say I was doing? Of course. I was told I could do that. And it was nothing really. Alright. So anyway, that's the first job. And if anything comes up later, I can elaborate more on that. But I'm not giving any details to be used against me, or twisted or turned around, because I highly suspect that I'm being set up for something else. So anyway, so then there's several different other jobs here and there they were messing with me on. One of them was at Vulcan, assembly line things where you put together stuff. Made to look like I was spreading rumors that weren't true. That was all crazy stuff. And that was not true. That's not what was going on. a rumor was started, got to my ear, and because I asked about it, all of a sudden, I was spreading rumors? No, I was asking someone about it. Hey, have you heard this crazy stuff? And I even told them, I don't believe it. I don't believe that crap. But it turns out that the one the rumor was about in another department happened to be the husband of one of the girls there working with us. Of course it was. It was all set up. Couple of times on the other end, on the other side of the paint booth, far end, a couple of the guys would walk up to me, box cutters in their hand, and almost stab me with them. Which, first time I was like, oh, okay. Second time, what? Twice? Anyway, that's where the saw was. That someone was planning my harm. And it wasn't a black guy that was doing it. It was a younger white guy in my dream. So anyway. So one day I'm in there and I'm told to do a different type of job. What I did in order to stay caught up involved someone else helping me. That kid was messing me up on purpose. And before that, he was trying to get me angry at him. Anything he could. Man, where'd you get that stupid, ugly necklace, man? It was made out of whatever. Just anything he could to set me up, to get me emotionally angry or upset, whatever. That didn't bother me. What bothered me was that I got behind on what I was doing. So then he walked away from the area, which I never said anything to him about it. And I was just staring at him. When someone behind me walks up and makes a statement about, hey, you need to, you getting behind, man, what are you doing in this and that? Or we had stopped then, but why were you behind something anyway? I'm like, looking at the dude, didn't know who it was. I thought it was a partner of one of my workers with me. So I said it a little bit loud so the guy over there could hear me, the one that caused it. I said, it was not my fault. Okay. I made sure that kid heard me. He was from my rehab too. I looked back, and it was the, not the supervisor, but the one right over us for that department, the one that, like the shift leader or whatever. And I wasn't even talking to him. Now they're going to say I yelled at a supervisor. You watch if it ever comes up later. Alright. So, I'm trying to think of some of there's been hundreds and hundreds. Oh, and I've been assaulted several times. When my enemies found out I have a breathing condition. Several times. Now, before years and years, none of this ever come up, but once, twice, and rarely. Maybe at a doctor's office, you open a little book and how they got the perfume things, you peel them back and the perfume. Ooh. But when you get like a whole bottle of cologne in your area to breathe and choke you out, that's an assault. And that happens several times. And I'm going to regroup and think about this and add to this video. Because of my mind, I got to clear it. I found a marker, y'all. So I'm writing down some stuff, names and stuff.